it gives you the opportunity to experience a different culture, meet amazing people who want to be doing the same thing as you, and particularly I wanted to go to Copenhagen in Denmark because of the caliber of the university, and it's just such a phenomenal business school that brings the best people around into the same place that want to be learning about business as well as its links to sustainability. And I think that was why I wanted to go for a year abroad.
So I chose to do a year abroad mainly because I took a gap year before coming to university, so I travelled in that gap year and I realised I really liked travelling, so I wanted to do a year abroad so I could do some more travelling and also just to experience studying at a different university in another country. I thought would be really interesting.
I didn't have a gap year in mind when I wanted to go to university, so I thought, you know what, what's better than doing a study abroad for a year at a country that you would never even think of going to travel in, whereas I was thinking, if I could study in a place like Colorado and then also experience sort of like the mountain areas, like get a bit of skiing involved, I thought it's the best of both worlds, so I thought why not, and just go involved with it.
I thought about doing a year abroad because I've always kind of wanted to experience another country, and actually going to live and study in another country was obviously going to be a massive learning experience for myself, and an extra year of uni, I guess, which defers work, which is obviously a bonus. But yeah, that's probably the main reason why I decided to do it.
Wasn't able to actually get out to Colorado because of the pandemic, so I spent it at home, so being able to reconnect with my family. I'd had 2 years at university, so spending that year, back with the parents and the sister is a really enjoyable experience. Obviously everyone had quite a tough year, not being able to do the things they wanted to do, being in places that they wanted to be. So I was grateful for the part that I could spend it with my family, but then also have the experience of Colorado, studying topics that I wouldn't have been able to take part in at university at Exeter. So yeah, it was really good experience.
Well, actually COVID, I wasn't able to go abroad. I was meant to go to Brisbane in Australia. I actually spent the year in Exeter and I lived with some of my friends. So I kind of lived Exeter and I lived Australia, and obviously it wasn't what I wanted, but it was still a good experience and I wouldn't change it.
So I spent my year obviously in Copenhagen in Denmark, and luckily it was COVID year, but luckily I was actually able to get out there through the amazing work of the business school, getting me out to Denmark. And I spent my year first half in accommodation with lots of other internationals, and then I chose to actually embrace the culture and actually go to a accommodation full of Danish people, and that dichotomy was actually an incredible experience for me to understand, firstly, the international culture, but also the amazing well-being culture of Denmark.
I did one group project in my year abroad, and that was probably what I enjoyed the most because I was able to actually interact with some people from Australia. It was really nice to speak to real life people. And also, just to interact with people from another culture and to do this project with them.
My favourite memory whilst on the study abroad was actually one of the modules that I took, which was public speaking. Another module that I would have never been involved with at Exeter. And it was around about 50 people on a Zoom call where I was speaking about American politics. And it was sort of an experience that I just never thought I would have had, before taking the study abroad experience. And it was, really rewarding at the end of the day.
My favourite memory of being abroad was living in this accommodation called Tegan Collegial. It's a round architecture that has its whole basis is based on well-being, community, and understanding of other people. And I think that was a really amazing experience where I got to meet some amazing Danish people and actually have just an incredible time. The piece of advice I'd give to business school students going into a year abroad would be to embrace every opportunity you get. If you know what you love beforehand, great. But try and experience as many new things as possible. My favourite memories from being out there was actually going on these weekends with my friends that I met out there in a rental car, going to Airbnbs, and just experiencing the general culture of the country. And I think those memories, I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't embrace the opportunities and the culture that came in with my year abroad.
I would say definitely do it, 100%. I think, especially if you get to go, it will definitely be the best experience of your life. But even if you don't get to go, I feel like you learn a lot. You do learn about the culture, you do learn about a different way of studying. It's a whole experience in itself. And in terms of applying for the study abroad, I'd say just do lots of research. Tell them what you're going to do when you're out there, like the different activities you're going to do. Show them that you'll have fun out there, and that you're the right person to go there.
A piece of advice I'd give for people coming into their study abroad or placement experience would be just to jump into it. You know, just don't look back, and whatever you choose is going to be the best experience of your life. So I wouldn't second guess it. You know, I think that whatever you end up doing is going to be really good. So yeah, just don't think back and just have the best time of your life, really.